Hi everyone, it is that day to show you my monthly completed pages. I always find it really exciting showing you what I've done. I have it all written down in my book, and I've done just over 100 pictures this month. Some of them quite small, some of them a little bigger. Across, I think I counted 43 books, but I didn't trust my counting. I don't know why. It seemed to be quite a lot of different books. So let's get started. Johanna Basford is the first set. Just make room to pop that out of view. So I'll show you the planner first. Now I've done quite a few from the planner. Not only the months for the videos for each week, I mean, but also the covers. So but there are videos for all of these. So we've got the inside cover, which this one I did with Posca pen, and this one I did with Ergosoft. So there are videos for those, and then we have the actual week pages. So this is the first one. I think actually I did this one in December, so you may have seen that one already. That was done with Black Widows. Then we have our very first January page. I did that with my Artex pencils. Then we have this one, which was done with pastels and metallic pen, just something a little bit different. And this one was done with Staedtler Design Journey pencils. So I'm a bit far away. I could come in a little closer for you, couldn't I? There we go. And then, oh yeah, that one was also done with Black Widows. This one is tomorrow's because the video is going out a little early. So this one was done with, let me see, Ergosoft. And it's actually two videos. There's one for tomorrow and one for Tuesday, which is why the completed pages video is today, to make room for those two. But I also did the very back inside cover too, and I tried Staedtler Design Journey for those because they said they worked on black paper. They work a little bit, but not amazingly well. So that's that. That's the planner. So you may have seen most of those already, but we'll move on to something that you won't have seen now, which is my challenge for the year, or one of them. This is my Secret Garden calendar from 2018, and I haven't coloured it at all, so I'm going to colour it month by month. But this month there's an inside cover here, so I did this one first. I used this this colour cube card, number 19. So you can see the mustardy colour is the flower centre, then the red's the flowers, and then the green. It looks like I've only used one green though for the flowers, and then the very dark I used a black for these. I don't think I used a dark green. I can't see it. Unless I used it for the base of the flowers, it doesn't look like it. But maybe I just used one. Sometimes I don't do all of them. I just do it a little bit. So let's put that in a different pile. So and then the first one of the month, the first month of the year, sorry, was January. I can't really come in close and keep it all in a shot, and I used this one. So this is another colour cube. These are Sarah Rennie Clark's colour cube cards, by the way. I've got a review of her colour cube and showing you how to use one in a video somewhere. So this is an orange. So we've got blood orange, and then we've got our dark blue for our flower centres, our blue for our flowers, and our green for our leaves. Again, I don't think I've used the really dark green. I just used those. I kept it quite plain. I'm finding these pages quite daunting, which is why I haven't done the calendar, because they're so huge. So I thought I would just keep it really simple, and so that's helped me, having a card to tell me what colours to do and keeping it really simple. Both of those things have helped me. Right, now let's move on to Miniature Enchanted Forest. We'll come in closer for this one little book. And this is one that I want to finish this year, so I've been doing quite a few pictures in here. So I started with this one, obviously the title page, and that was done with Ergosoft pencils. It's quite, because the book's small, you need to use something fairly fine. Now this page you may have seen, I think I popped a snap of it on my Facebook. So this is another colour card, and I used this colour scheme, and it was rather autumnal and fun, even though it's got black in it, which is something I don't normally use. So I used a bit of black here, yellows for the animals and for the flowers, a little bit. I used different shades of yellow, bits of red and things like that. So that was a fun one to do. So that's that one. Then this one was very simple, just the one pencil, just a really easy, simple. Sometimes your brain's just like, I just want to colour, I don't want to think, I just want to get some colour in some lines. And that was those days. So that was Ergosoft. Ooh, now this one again you may have seen on my Facebook page. I think I also I might have put it on Instagram, I'm not sure. Anyway, this one was also done with Ergosoft, I think. I'm just checking. No, Staedtler Design Journey, so similar colours. And I used a black pen for the surround. It was so fiddly, I really wasn't sure what to do. So I just had an idea and went with it. And I was quite pleased, so it was good. And I did this one here. What have I used for that? Coarse pencils. So the Coarse pencils are a budget brand. I haven't seen them for sale in America. Only as a double-ended red and blue pencil, which is quite strange. They're very different in the UK, and they come to a lovely point and they don't break easily. So rather nice for a detailed picture. But you see, I kept the green the same throughout. It just made it a little simpler for me because of all the little details, but I had fun with that one. Now this one is another colour card. Let's see if we can just fit it in. There we go. Explain what I used because it's hard to see. The background is a peach. Okay, it's quite faint. The pink is obviously the leaves. We've got this sort of greeny yellow. It's here for the arrows. Sorry, I didn't take that away, you can see. And there, and the animals. A slightly darker green for some of it as well, for the animals actually. And you can't see that one, there we go. And the blue for the tree trunks. So that was a really real challenge, but I think Enchanted Forest doesn't need to be conventional colours. And I think I used pastel tint. Yeah, I used pastel tint for those, because obviously we've got quite a lot of pastel-y tones. So that was fun and different, which is always nice. This one again you may have seen already. I think I made a little video to show you the shine on it. This is done with done with Sakura glitter pens, apart from the black, which was done with I think a Sakura black, I'm not sure. So that's that one. I wanted to make it look like a stained glass window, so I sort of made it shiny, look more glassy somehow, so that was fun. Now this one was coloured with Ergosoft. So that was a lot of fun. I do like my Ergosoft. There's a couple of videos I did actually of the wings of, no, the whole of the dragonfly and the whole of the mushroom. I made them into shorts. I was recording on a day when I couldn't be talk because of background noise and things. So I just made a few little shorts colouring those, and so you could just see the process really. So that was just a bit different, a bit of fun. I'm not intending to do lots of shorts like that, but it was just happened to be a time when it just sort of worked. This one, I was watching TV and I needed something relaxing to colour, and so which is why the colours are all similar on the leaves, because I didn't want too much thinking to do. Staedtler Design Journey I used for that one. And I think that's the last one I've done from that one. So there's quite a lot in there, as I say, because my aim is to finish that book this year. Now we have Rooms of Wonder. Let's come out a little. Now Rooms of Wonder is another book that I want to finish before Johanna's new book comes out. So I've been doing quite a lot. Also, being a new book, it's a lot of fun and a nice novelty. So the first one to show you, is this one. Now this page I did a while ago, and so I decided it was time to do the facing page, and I actually used the same pencils and tried to match up the colours a little bit. It was quite hard. It's easier to do that all in one go, but I think I just about managed it. Now this is done with pastel tint pencils. So that was a lot of fun. It's quite hard to get a key. I used the Inca Gold, but with pastel shades to get a gold. But yeah, I was happy. So that was good. Now my next one was this page. Now I picked this card. You can see how vibrant it is in the photo. Mine doesn't look that vibrant because I chose slightly differently. So rather than making my key flower in that bright pink, I did that for the edges of for the butterflies. I used the white, the light pink for these, sorry, this one for the centres, roughly. It's a little bit different. Yeah, this one for the butterfly, and this green is similar. It's not exactly the same, but on the back, if you see, you've got different shades. Now this is Ghost White, the white, so I decided, I used a little bit for the wings, but I decided to leave the background white. So I sort of cheated, maybe, you might say, but I felt that if I'd done grey in the background, I missed that one, look. You wouldn't see the bodies of the butterflies, but also I think they wouldn't pop off the page. It might dull it down a bit. Sometimes I think a background doesn't really work. It depends what you're doing. I'm just seeing, I used Artex pencils for these. Sometimes I pick a card, and then I was doing that this morning, picked a card, and then I had to find a set of pencils that had the right sort of shades within it. Then there's this circle design, which you would have seen if you are following all my YouTube videos, because this was a YouTube series using pastel tint pencils. As you can see, sometimes they can be a lot more vibrant. If you just layer them up a bit, they look a lot darker compared to on that's Artex, sorry, compared to this page. I think they look more vibrant, but it's you know, it depends how you layer them up. So that was a lot of fun. I think that's a 10-part series or something, but it was good. Right, this page, now this is from December, that one. As a series, there was a video for each one of those, but this was the one that I did this month, and I picked this very pretty looking card and did this as a video. I think it was 3 parts. We did the green, the grey, and then the pink and reds. So it was a fun one. So that was that one. So if you haven't caught up with that one, you can have a look. I call it Clock, I think, something like that. Now this page I did with metallic, Castle Arts metallic. So this one I used a variety of different Castle Art metallics pencils, just had some fun, tried to make it look a little bit shiny by fading the colours and things like that. It's quite a challenge doing metallics, so it was a fun one. Now the metallics pencils shine a little bit, look, but not massively, so you have to still give the illusion of shine with them. This page though I did differently. It's all, you can see it's only 2 colours. The key is with the Castle Arts metallics. I think it's the bismuth crystal or the harvest gold, I can't remember. But the outside, I've got one Derwent metallic red, which I got as an open stock pencil for Christmas. I just wanted to try the Derwents to see how they compared with the Castle Arts. So I did a big area of the Derwent to give it a real test. And actually, they're much of a muchness in my, according from what I could tell. I didn't really feel a big difference. It's a slightly different shade to any that you get within the Castle Arts, but with regards to how well it goes down and things like that, I found it quite similar. And if you look at the shine, it's very hard to try and pick it up. I don't know if you can even see it. I don't think it's any. I actually think the Castle Arts might be a bit shinier, or in fact very similar. So that's interesting, and I suspect the Derwent is more expensive, but I don't know, because when you buy one, it doesn't really help you know how much they cost. Then there is this page. This is a video that's currently going out, because today I'm filming this a little bit in advance, but you would have seen all these parts by the time this one goes out. So this was using polychromos. We did 3 videos, but I think 4. So we did the bricks, the wood, the owls, and then the other bits after. So that was a fun one. And these 2 actually Let me have a look. The geranium was done with Ergosoft. You may have seen a video of this. I did a little short showing all the details of that one. And the telephone was done with Stedler Design Journey. So that was fun. So that's those two. So I've done a fair few pictures in this book this month. Hang about, just have to reorganise a minute. There we go. Now, World of Flowers. I've done one picture in here this month. It was a buddy colour with art by Rabs on Instagram, and I chose this colour card to do it. They didn't use a colour card, which is fine, but I kept it quite simple. It was fun. I wanted to try to do some white flowers. White flowers are not something that I've ever tried very much, well, at all before, but because this card has quite a lot of pale colours on, I seem to have managed to draw on it. So we've got this, it's called Ghost White, so it's almost white, and then this beigey colour. So what I did was I used a cold grey for the flowers, bits of the flowers, leaving some parts of them white, went around the edges of them with a white pen. I used the dark brown for the leaves, the pink, light pink for the background, and then this flower here has the red and this browny colour in, a sort of browny white colour in it. So it was really interesting, really fun, really different. I enjoyed that one. So that was that one. Right. No, we're moving on to Rita Berman. This is Rita Berman's Seasons book. This is another book that I'd like to finish this year because I have her separate Seasons books. This is the compilation, so I started thinking I'd like to finish this one before I really dig in to the compilation book. So this one I did. I saw an otter yesterday in our canal. So exciting. Anyway, this was done with Artex pencils. It's a lot of fun. So yes, just a lot of background in this picture, and I didn't think it could have been done as a double, but I was a little bit daunted, so I just did the one. So that one will come at another time. Yeah, the otter was doing this up and down in the water. So fun. I had an appointment, I had to hurry. I didn't get time to watch it for long, but anyway, it's very exciting. This one it was also done with Artex because they're quite new. Been playing around with them a bit, so that's fun. And this one, now the damselfly here, I think, or dragonfly. There's some sparkly, which is why I'm turning it for you. It was done with Artex. The background is pastel. There's also Posca and Sakura. Oh, the Posca on the wings, those dots are white Posca, but they've come up pink because there was the colour bled in, but that's okay. And then there's metallic, no, glittery Sakura pens for the sort of stars and dots around there, so that was fun. Yeah, I did this double. I don't know why I was in the mood of doing beach things. It's freezing cold. I wouldn't want to go to the beach. I think it was really, I wanted to do some separate things. You know, sometimes you feel, I just want to get lots of things finished. So I do one die and it's done. I finished something. Do you know what I mean? So I just sort of did that. And I used, I think, I'm just checking. I think I used, I haven't written down what I used. I have a feeling I used Cores pencils for this, but I haven't, as I say, I haven't written it down. I'm not entirely sure what I used, but anyway, that's that one. And this one, now this was a challenge and I'm not entirely sure I was too happy with it. I picked this card, because what I'm doing is I'm working through my cards in order. So when I decide I want to do a card, I just grab one and use it. So brown leaves, and I think had I done the flower centres in this browny colour and the leaves in the red, I think it might have worked better, but I'm not sure. So I did a light grey in the background and the pinks in the petals and things like that. I mean, I know this is usually seen as a sunflower picture, but you know, that's how I did it. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that was it for that book this time. We've done a few other Rita Berman. I say we, it's just me. This is Rita's winter book, and this page, I think some of these were done as videos and may have gone out in late December, early January. I can't really remember, but I sort of did the whole page, I think. I can't remember whether they were all videos or whether there were some shorts in there. I'm not sure, but that was that page. It was really cute and fun, and I haven't done the other side yet. Oh, and it was done with Arteza Expert pencils. Now I have, this is Rita's Lande book. Now this, not all of the videos for this have gone out yet, but I will show you anyway. The Holly, this one I did a long time ago. This one I did at Christmas. This one's come out fairly recently with the blackberries, but I've also now recorded the others, and you'll get an elderberries video. You'll get one for that, and then one for those two. I've got a compilation which I need to put out for my members soon, but non-members, you will get them all. I can't remember the dates. It might not be until February when you get them all, but I thought I would just show you now because I've done the page and you've seen some of them already. So that's that one, and they were done with mixed pencils. So these were Polycolor, this was Arteza Premium, and I think the rest might have been Arteza Expert. I can't quite remember, but anyway, it was a fun page. You know me and berries, love them. Right, Rita's water book. I just did the one which was a really fun experimental page. I used my Crayola Colours of the World, the skin tone set for this, to keep it quite neutral. It was rather fun. And then the background, this is a stencil that I was given with these some wave shapes, and I used distress ink. I've got one distress ink in just the right colour. You can see where I sort of moved the stencil, so I'm still not excellently practiced at doing it, but it was just a really good fun thing to try. I think if you don't look too closely, it's quite effective, and the fact that the distress ink isn't even makes it look a bit more interesting and fun, I think. So that was that one. And my last Rita book that I did this month was from her Asian book, and this was a series which I'm not sure if it would have started. It goes through January and February, so probably started already. So this is, each one is a video, and they use Castle Art Soft Touch, but with all of them have got a little bit of glitter, a little bit of shine, so that was good fun. So look out for those. They might be starting tomorrow actually, so you might already have seen some of them. I just can't remember. Okay, let's move on to Hannah Carlson. Now this is her Seasons book. Oops, I did a series from here. Here it is. Towards the end of December and maybe into early January. I don't think I showed you the completed page in a video yet, so there's that one. Hopefully you may have seen the videos and had fun with those. I had fun making those, they're really good. And I use polychromos on that page. With Hannah's paper, I find all pencils work really well, so it's a delight to use. Her paper is just amazing. So this is Magical Dawn, and it was a new book, so all I've done here is just this one here. If I come in a bit closer you can see it was coloured with Artex pencils actually, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, that one. Right, let's come back out a little bit. There we go. Right, next is Jewellery Box. Sorry, I cut the video there, you would have noticed. I had to pop out and do something. So when I first got the book, I just did this little tiny picture for you. I'm going to tip it to the light, come a bit closer. It doesn't want to show you the shine. There we go. Lots of shiny stickles on there. So that was that one. The pencils I used, I need to turn the page of my book, sorry. Hold on a moment. Yeah, that was done with polycolour pencils. And then I did this page, which you may have seen the video set for. So there were 6 separate videos for these perfume bottles, which was lots of fun. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of these sorts of bottles. I think there's quite a few in this book, so that'll be rather fun. Then Forest Kingdom, also by Hannah Coulson. My first is a double page. I used this card for this picture. Now this is interesting. Someone said they looked at the picture and they thought really warm, and then when they saw my picture they thought cold, and they were surprised. And it's interesting because I don't tend to look at the picture very much, I just look at the colours. So you can see how I've used various colours from here. I've taken a lighter version of this for the background as well. The background is done in a pastel, and then this is a Posca pen with a star stencil. And the main colours are done in Staedtler Design Journey pencils, because they had all the right colours, so that was really good. So that was really fun. I had a lot of fun. That was a buddy colour actually with my friend Michelle. And then I did this one as well. It looks really similar, but I think it's just a coincidence. I don't think I used a colour card, even though it looks like a really limited colour palette. I'm not sure. I haven't written down that I used one. And I did this one with Arteza Expert pencils. It was fun. I haven't done a Hannah house or building before, so that was a lot of fun for me. Did another one as well this month though. Now this one was also a buddy colour with my friend Michelle, and I chose this, or I can't remember whether she chose it or I chose it. I think she chose this colour card, and because she has them too. Or she has the digital version, and so I picked red for the sort of gemstones I thought would be really cool, and then these look quite leafy, so I gave them the green. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. So that was that. Hers was really different. You would think with such a limited colour they would look the same, but no, very different, so that's really good fun. Now Daydreams by Hannah Coulson next. Oops. And in this one I did this picture. I used Castle Art metallic pencils for the kettle and the water. Yeah, actually it says I used it for all of it, but I don't think I did. I certainly didn't for the sky. Oh, I might have done. It looks a bit shiny, I'm not sure. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. I used some white pen on the mice to make them look a little bit more furry, so that was good. And actually the stars have got glitter on them. I don't know if you can see that. So that was fun. And around the lamp. So there was that one. My last Hannah Coulson book, which is Cottage. I did this page. This was a lot of fun. Now I was inspired here by Black Anari. I think that's Anari. I don't know quite how you say it on Instagram. And I'm looking at her really dark pictures, and I thought, you know, we're sort of magical and mystical, so it might be fun. So I started with black, and but brightened up. And it was just lots of fun. And I used polychromos for that. So that was a lot of fun. And again, another one of our houses which I enjoyed doing. I was wrong, that isn't my last Hannah. I've got another one. Oh, Summer Nights. Nearly forgot this one. Well, it's next in my pile. I just didn't really forget it. And this one, I was in the mood for colouring berries. When am I not in the mood for colouring berries? So that's what I started with on this page, and I did all the buildings. It was a lot of fun. I used polychromos again, so that was nice. Yeah, I can see that's light magenta on the building. So I just wanted the berries to really stand out and be like a frame, because I just love to colour them. And then the building to just be set back a little bit. I think the doors might actually be a little bit too bright, but I had a lot of fun. Now we're on to Lulu Mayo, something a little bit different. This again, my friend Michelle chose some pictures for us to do buddy colours with, so that was a lot of fun. This one we have our sort of bottle fairy, as I called her, the little glitter on the wings. And this was coloured with Georgione pencils. Those are ones that Grabi sent me. They're quite fine pencils, quite good for smaller details, and they have a nice gold, which is what I used here. There's also pastel in the background with a cloud template, just to get some sort of splodgy colour going on in the back there. So that was that one. I'm running out of space to put my books. Then A Million Sweet Things, and again my friend picked a very cute picture, this one here. I used Artex, yes, pencils for this, and I just used different shades. I just felt that orange and purple go quite well, so I used lots of oranges for the flowers, lots of purples for the sloths and other critters. So that was fun. Okay, yes, this one. This is a book that I had for my birthday. And I've had it quite a while and I haven't used it loads, so I just had a little look through. I made a bit of an error on this one, where something made me jump. I couldn't erase it, but there's quite a lot of blue which is smudged across the page anyway. Now I used pencil wise coarse pencils for this, and I put this light blue I put all over, and then I covered it up in different areas with different blues to show off the pattern. And then the stars, I've got a stencil for stars, and I just used a silver pencil to draw the stars through my stencil, and then I coloured them in with a silver pen. You can see it's really reflective and shiny. I just thought it needed a little something in the background. I think I went around the edge of the moon in a glitter pen as well. But it's quite a simple one, but I had a lot of fun. I thought it looked pretty cool actually. Now, Night Garden. I did one in here using another colour card. Let's show you the card first. Wrong way. There we go. So we had a mix of colours on this. So we've got a very dark green, which I used for the stems. We've got a slightly lighter green, which I used for the flowers. I used some of the dark green for the flowers as well. It's a bit of a mix. The orange, darker orange for the centres and the lighter one for the petals. And then this sort of camel, it's supposed to be that colour. It's not really well matched, but you know, that's okay. And I used, what pencils did I use? And Prismas for that. So that was interesting. This background isn't on my card. So that's interesting. I think it was, I thought might have been one of those, but it's not really. But anyway, it works, I think. So that's okay. The cards aren't set in stone. You can sort of do what you want with them. So that was that one. I think I'm going to have to start a new pile. I'm going to be collapsing in a minute. This is Stunning Patterns book. This was a book I was sent a while ago to review, and I'm sort of working through the pages. They're double-sided and the paper's very thin, so I've had a few disasters with trying to use pens, so I thought I'd do a pencil page. And look at that lovely candy page. So I just grabbed I'm pretty sure I know what I used. I used my Holbein pastels for this, so no, I was wrong. And just picked one of each colour and just did really simple. So even though those pinks look different, they're the same pencil, just harder and lighter. I didn't do much shading. It was one of those days when I just wanted to put colour down on paper, but actually the colours are really pretty, aren't they? So that's good. Look, my wibbly pile. Now I wanted to do one from this book. I've sort of decided to do a few from lots of books this month, because in December I only really used a few books because of it being Christmas and I wanted to do Christmas themes. Some sort of, this is another book that I was sent for review, and I'm working through it. So these are Mayweed. Now they're white, so it was very difficult to know how to colour it, particularly when I didn't want to do a background because there's so much intricate detail. But I used a little bit of white or grey, I can't remember, on the flowers, but you just can't really see it. And I coloured this with coarse pencils, but I do enjoy, this is a grayscale book, look, it's quite fun to try and colour, so that was fun. I'm just going to have a reorganise. Let's move my colour cards over there. There we go. So this is Colouring Heaven. This is a book, they also sent me this book to review, and I'm working through it a little by little. So I use this one. I find the colour cards are really good for mandalas, because often I've got no clue what colours to use. So it's great. So I use this very pale colour for the centre and the centre of these flowers. And then the darker one here you can see. And oh, that's the darker one, and browns and things, different shades as well. That's quite a light pink, but when you turn over, that one is fairly light. So, you know, I just sort of had fun with it, really. It doesn't look much like a cupcake, but I had fun. Right, that's that one. Now, yes, Elegant Elephants. This is the day and night version. I've got there's two versions of this book. One that has some pages with black backgrounds and one that just has the white backgrounds. And I've got both. So I grabbed this one. I couldn't find my other one, to be honest. I found it now. But I knew it was somewhere. I'm getting a new bookcase soon. I'll be able to find everything much better. So I did the main elephant. The main elephant is on white paper. So I used my Bambino crayons. And then for the black bit, I just used Posca pens over the white. If you look at, you can see how they are. So there's a white bit and then there's a lot of lines. So I just used Posca over the lines. And I thought that worked quite well, except for the bits where I've missed the lines. But that's just me. I'm not very good at staying on or in lines. But that's that one. So he was fun. I did it pink because it's pink on the cover. I thought I would step out of my comfort zone and do something that, you know, a little bit different. Now we're on to Maria Trolle. This is her lovely Botanicum. And this was a buddy colour with my friend Michelle. She picked this beautiful page. The sky was a complete disaster when I first did it and I had to rescue it. What I did, I just got some pastels and went over and over until I covered up. I can still see that it's a bit splodgy, but I think it's okay. Just about rescued it. So there's a lot of pastel, unfortunately, on the duckling that I couldn't rub off. That's the only thing. But I used Prismas for that, and the bubbles in the sky I've got a bit of glitter on, and the wings actually. I don't know if I can make it show. Maybe there. There we go. So there he is. There's also a page further on, a Christmas page. There's some cat. I actually did this one in January, but I was still in the mood for Christmas. So there's a splodgy pastel background, and it was a bit of fun. What pencils did I use? Coarse pencils. So I tried to do fur. It's quite hard. Had to go. And used white dots on top of grey pencil on this to try and make it look sparkly. It was something I'd seen other people do and I was trying to copy, and did a little bit on those as well. So that was fun. Okay, so we have Twilight Garden next. Oops, it doesn't want to. There we go. Let me lift it up. Here it is. And I picked this picture here. I used this card. It's like this really old-fashioned painting, but it looks very different here. So the very pale colour is the flower centres and the windows, and then we have our sort of darker reds for the flowers and the door, and then the browns for the this sort of burgundy for the leaves, and then the brown for the roof. I thought it was really interesting. I quite liked it. You know, I find brown leaves, it's a bit out of my comfort zone, but when it was done I wasn't very sure, but now I think I like it. And it was done with polychromos. Okay, then we have a book. This one I was given for Christmas. I've done a flip through, and in the flip through I coloured this page, so you may have seen this already. And this was done with polychromos. Right, then I have a little book. This, again, I was given for Christmas, and I did this page, which is the cover, with this card. Look how pretty it is, the card, and I picked as best I could colours. Castle Art Gold I used, and I used, as you can see, lots of glitter on the words. I wanted them to really stand out, so although they're not a colour that's on the card, I decided that actually using a coloured glitter wouldn't stand out as well as just using like a silvery colour. I think it's just a glazed glitter pen. Then this one is the one that I did when I did the flip through. I kept it really simple, and I'm trying to see what I used. I used Castle Arts Gold, I think, for that one. And then I did this one actually as a video for you, showing you how to use the card. This card here, so quite a simple one there. Also using Castle Art, Soft Touch, Castle Art Soft Touch for that one. So that was that one. So yeah, that was fun. Just writing something down in my book, because I write down the card numbers, I hadn't written it down for that one. So that was that. And then I also had, let's pop those away, a small, another pocket size colouring book from my friend Michelle for Christmas. I showed you a flip through, and I did this picture, which I did with Ergosoft. I haven't done any more in here yet. I will. It's a good one for in front of the TV, or when you're out visiting people, or doctor's surgery, that sort of thing, you know. Now this book is a lovely book, and I did a Christmassy themed page from here. So you can see it's like a wallpapery page, all repeating, and so it's quite straightforward, which is sometimes really nice. And I used my coarse pencils because I wanted something quite fine. I tried to find the part in the book where this happened, to try and remember, see what colour these little candies were, but I couldn't find it. I do remember reading the book when they got the tin cups and candy canes for Christmas, but I couldn't find it in any of the books, so I just guessed and made them pink, but I wasn't convinced they would be. I thought they might be white, really, but I didn't want them white. Now, my friend Michelle also gave me this book for Christmas, and we've been doing a few buddy colours from it through December and January, and this is one we did in January or late December. I don't think I got to show you it on my last flip through. And that was done with Derwent Lightfast pencils, so that was fun. And trying to do the skin was quite tricky. Not 100% happy with it, but I'm still practicing, and so I'm getting there. So I haven't done so much skin lately. I did say I was going to practice over Christmas, and I haven't, but I'll get there. This is my Uplifting Words book. I've done a few in here. I tend to be working through them in order through the book at the moment. So this one was done with polycolours, quite simple. I think I did it on my lap because the colours aren't very dark. You know, it's hard to press when you're not on a desk. And then this one is done with pen. Sometimes I want to have a go with my pens. They're running out a bit, and but I want to, you know, the words really stand out well. But maybe it might have been better for those to have been coloured in pencil, you know, that one. And this one done with shiny pens mainly. The words have courage in the middle. Oh, I think they are done with glitter pen. The glitter's just not, doesn't show very well. They're not really shining, are they? Some of my glitter pens are better than others. But these are Castle Arts pens. They're not quite as good as the Sakura, but they are cheaper. Very significantly cheaper. So, yeah. I think they're still good value for money, considering what you pay. Now, it's another book my friend Michelle got me for Christmas. She's very generous. Now this one, again, use this card. You can see pretty easily what's gone down here. Now I used metallic, Castle Art metallic pencils for this, and obviously picked out that darker blue for here, the lighter blue for some of the other details, the lighter colour for the background, and these browns for the leaves and different bits and pieces. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one, and I think blues and browns really do work well together. Now this one, again, as I say, I think these cards are really good for mandalas, and it sort of pushes you out of your comfort zone because there's sort of leafy type shapes here, but there's no green, so you have to go with other alternatives, and I think it works very well. So that was fun. I have done a grey background which isn't on the card. I'm not sure why I did that. Well, maybe it was that. That's quite a grey pink, I don't know. Anyway, but that's that one. Sorry, I didn't tell you the pencils, did I? Oh, I told you that was metallic, and I didn't show you the next page. I've just noticed I missed it out. I have a feeling that was a colour card as well, and I haven't written it down. Maybe, yes, that was the Arteza Expert, and I haven't popped the card in. This one says Castle Arts Gold. That could be right. This one, I'm getting muddled. Yeah, I think that's the Castle Arts Gold. This was done with metallic pencils that aren't castles. I've got a brand called Alex, and they're metallics, and they're quite fun. They're not as nice as castles, but they were sent to me, they're given to my husband by my aunt. She brought them over from America. I can't tell if they're a budget pencil or not, I wouldn't know. But I really like the colours, and but they're quite sticky. But so they can be a bit tricky to work with, but I think they're fun. Now this one, this was done with polychromos. It's rare for me to use polys in a book like this. I don't know why. I sort of think, I don't know really why. But we've got the sort of sagey green. I used earth green. Although, yeah, and this colour is called peach on the back. But I used a sort of green gold. Yeah, and then we got the dark that I used for the edges, and the two reds for the flowers and things. That was a lot of fun. I think that's the last one. But me and my friend, we do buddy colours in that one a lot. It's good fun. Now the flower year, I try and do a picture a month, and my January picture is here. And these are Hellebori. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to say it. And they come in white mainly, but luckily they also come in this sort of very dark pinky colour. So I did that instead because it was easier. And I used polychromos. That was that one. Now this book I was sent to review, and I coloured this hot air balloon in the review video, and then I finished the page. I think, let me see, yeah, I used polycolour, that's right, because it's some Amazon paper. I sometimes find polycolours work really well. These balloons aren't quite as dark as this one, but I tried to keep the colour scheme going through. I thought it was quite fun to do it that way. I didn't know how to colour the people, and I decided to silhouette them to make the balloons really stand out. It's just an idea, but it's fun. Nature mandalas. Now I've got 2 bookmarks in here, but I've only done 1 picture. That's because one of them is bookmarked because I'm doing a buddy colour in it later today. But this one is the one I did. This is a sort of Christmassy picture. Perhaps I should have put my Christmassy ones all together, I don't know. There's a bit of glitter in there. I don't know if you can see a bit of shiny. I think it's actually just metallic pen. Lots of dots. But it was mainly done with coarse pencils. Again, lots of little details, so that's why I chose those to do. Didn't even colour in the polar bear, I just left him white. I just thought that was, and the chest of the penguin. Didn't really want to add anything to those, but anyway, that was a fun picture. I wanted to do something wintry. And Circle of Life. Oops, I can't find it. Oh, it's right at the back. Yeah, because it's almost the back page. Because again, I wanted to do a wintry snowflake. It almost looks like I haven't coloured it. I have. It was done with Artex pencils. Look, I haven't finished that one. That's funny, but they're quite pale. I kept it quite pale and yeah, unfinished. I'm going to stick a bookmark in there. I might remember to finish it. I'll put it away and think, what's that bookmark in there for? Microscopic Marvels, another book I was sent to review. I've had it quite a while. I just fancy something plain, a geometric type picture, so I picked this one. And I used some greens. I've got a Caran d'Ache, not Luminance, the other ones. Oof, its name has escaped me. Slightly cheaper ones, green. So I wanted to try it out. So I tried it out on all the circular bits, and then did some other greens. Just odd pencils I had in my drawer, really, and then put some gold around it to make it look a bit more fun. So that was that one. I think it begins with P, pencil type. Did I write it down? No, I put mixed pencils, which is true. So Millie Marotta, Secrets of the Sea. I grabbed one of these and I did this page. So I didn't really know what colours these were, so I thought I would just use one of these. And we've got black in there, which is interesting, and I just mixed up, so each one has got a couple of different colours in it. That was a bit of fun. Some of them are the same because they were drawn the same. And I used Staedtler Design Journey for those. And then I also picked one from Wildlife Wonders and used a colour cube card as well. There's all the pinks, except there's a little bit of white in there. So I decided to leave the background white as my white and then just do pinks and reds through the pictures. That was fun. And I used, oh, I haven't written down what I used. I don't know. Never mind, we don't know. Anyone's guess. Now we're coming to the end. Got a few books left. I did a Kirby. I just, I only used this book. I've got another Kirby book I didn't do this time. But I wanted to finish this. Now this page, there's a few tutorials for some of these. I'm not sure whether all of them, I think that one and that one, maybe that one, I'm not too sure. Long time ago. And I hadn't finished this side, so I finished it. These are polychromos, so I finished this side and sort of thought I'll get that page done. So that was fun. Now we have Matchstick Mouse, and we've got two Morgan O'Brien books. This is the first one that I've been working on. So I've been using some of the cards for these. So this one, look, is done with this card. So that was fun. It's a little bit challenging. This one was good because we had greys for the mouse. If we didn't have greys, I wouldn't really know where to go with the picture, or browns. But anyway, so this one, you see, I only really had a sort of reddish colour, but I managed to use some different shades of it to get her looking fairly brown, and use the blood orange for the roses and the greens for the leaves. So it worked quite well in the end. So that was fun. Oh, I didn't tell you what pencils I used. The first one I used Arteza Expert. For this one I used coarse pencils. This one here, you can maybe guess, that's pastel tint. this one. Oh, some of them are over the page. That was Arteza Expert pencils. This one was Artex pencils. This one I felt was a bit of a disaster. Arteza Premium. I'm just not sure that I put the colours in the right places. I mean, the blue sky was the obvious place to go, and red flowers, but I'm just not sure about these trees. And the broom is so bright. I think I should have done it a bit lighter or something. I don't know. I'm just not 100% on that one. But, you know, they're not always going to work. So that was interesting. I think it wasn't so much the colour combo as where I used them that I felt was a little bit odd. But anyway, it is what it is. This one, Arteza Premium. I did that one just yesterday, I think. Now this one was such fun. This one I did with, hang on, bear with me. I haven't written it down. Don't know. But I tried to copy the cover. Now obviously this is much darker and this is done digitally, but I copied the colours and it was such fun. I used some Poscas for some of it. I'm trying to think. I may have used, I think I used Staedtler Design Journey, you know. Yeah, I did. Yeah. You wouldn't think you could get so many colours out of 24 pencils, but I had to mix them up, and it was such fun. This one was also Staedtler Design Journey. That's a fun one. That was a buddy colour actually. This one was a video. You may have seen it already. And I used Chroma Flow. Well, this one I did very early in the month. You can see there's some glitter in the snow. It's a fun one to do. And I used Castle Arts Gold. We've got more of a summary looking page on this one. And that was done with Chroma Flow. And then the cake, whoops, that was fun as well. And that was done with Coarse pencils. They've got a really nice range of sort of pinks. And the last one in this book, this one I did with, oh yeah, Castle Arts Gold. So there's that one. That was fun. And there's some yellow and white Posca for the flower centres. So that's that book. And now we're on to the final book, which is another Morgan O'Brien. Sorry for the glare. Welcome to the Village. So I did this one, finished this yesterday. This is obviously in the dress shop. And I wanted something really simple. So that's what I did. And that was done with Castle Arts Gold. This one was done nearer the beginning of January. Again, we have a bit of glitter on the snow in the tree. This was a video, I think, and done with Artex, or was it? Was it? I don't know. Now I'm questioning myself. I don't think it was actually. This going a bit mad. This was done. This was a buddy colour again with my friend Michelle and Staedtler Design Journey. Had a lot of fun with that, mixing up the colours to make the sea, things like that. This was a video, definitely. And there's a bit of glitter. I think there's stickles in the middle of the flowers, which, oh, there we go. There you are. And it was done with Arteza Expert pencils. And the very last one was this little chap here. I'd done this one as a video over Christmas, I think, as a video. And so I did this little chap with the bananas and with Polycolour. So that is the end of my month's worth of pictures. I have 101 written down, but I did find one that I hadn't written down, so it may be 102. across, as I said, probably 43 books. So that's lovely. I am, yeah, I've got a few of the ones I've done quite a bit in. I will probably do more in again next month. But that's me. So I hope that was fun. Thank you for watching. It was a long video, so thank you very much for staying with me if you did. I hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.